Welcome to Tubby Dave Builds a Shed Part 3. Now, in the exciting previous installments, we didn't really show building a shed. It was pretty much the shed was finished. As I explained, the GoPro was a Christmas present and the shed was pretty much built just before Christmas. So unfortunately couldn't really film the building of the shed. This is all the kind of extra work that's gone on. I'll put a link down in the description to the original 2 videos. And this video is pretty much building the shelving and this lovely bench, although I didn't get any footage of building the bench, but I'll do a bit of a tour at the end to show the finished product and painting the floor, finishing off the painting of the floor. So I hope you all enjoy. Entering what feels like about day 35 of shed works, nearly completed. With the weather and all the Christmas stuff and everything, it's been a bit slow going, but we're nearly there. I'll start off, we've done along the fence here. It's probably a bit hard to see with the sunlight at the moment, but I've got a hedge growing in there. I've tidied up all of that. You can see I've finished off the boardwalk here up to the full deck on the shed. That's looking quite nice and tidy now. There's a big pile of dirt there still, but we're trying to get rid of that on Facebook at the moment. If anyone's looking for some clean fill. Down the side here, it's probably a bit hard to see on the camera. I might try and zoom in. I've filled up all the channel here. So the channel there, where just the U channel, and the water sits in there. So I've actually filled up in that channel, and we put some waterproof paint on there, and I'm gonna do a second coat on that today. That should be nice and waterproof all around the back. And then inside we've got the final coat of paint on this half of the floor, and then I'm going to move all this stuff to do the other side. Just doing it with a paintbrush at the moment to get a good first coat on, and then I'll do a second coat with the roller. Just probably run out of paint to do the whole thing, but just in the high kind of traffic areas as you walk in, I'll do it with a roller just to get a good coating on there where there's going to be a lot of traffic. But I did put a base coat down with some spare kind of interior wall paint that we had left over from painting the house. So it'll have 3 coats of paint on it, and most of it's been done with a brush, so it'll be good thick coats down, which it should last. Well, I hope it does, because I don't want to do it again. And then the next step is probably going to just be getting the bikes and all the gear in here, and probably just have it sitting on the floor around the place for now. Looking at probably building a bench and I'll buy some shelving to put in here, but that's not the highest priority right now. It's just more getting everything, well, not everything, but getting most of the stuff finished before I got back to work, and get the bikes and the tools and everything out of the garage. So that's where we're at for now. Been weighing up some options of what to do with the shelving and benches and that, whether I've made my own or bought some. And I decided I was going to build a workbench and just buy some shelving. So I was actually looking on eBay, and I found a place that did shelving and what hopefully is an acceptable workbench. So I unpacked everything last night, ordered it the night before about 10 o'clock, and it arrived yesterday just after lunchtime. It's pretty good service, I reckon. So here's a big pile of stuff that's got to be put together as a big workbench and some couple of shelving units. So hopefully by the end of today we'll have all this pretty tidy and I'll be able to slot some bikes in here as well. Although I have got one sat in here at the moment because it's a bit tight in the garage. About time for another montage, I think. Okay, so this is all the shelving finished up. Everything's just kind of placed there at the moment. Not sure if I'm going to stack it a bit better. I've got some more stuff to bring up here as well from the garage. And then we go around to the other end. I've got my nice big Synchrom tool cabinet. I've got another kind of a lot smaller toolbox coming up soon. This is the benches, the stools that I picked up from Hard Rubbish. They're working really well. There's my box of goodies that I take with me each week on the bike ride. We might go through that one day, showing you kind of what I take with me and, you know, kind of what can help you out when you're out on the trails and that. This is the bike slot rack that I made the other day. I'll be do a separate video on that. I've got some a bit more detail in that on a video. Some spare parts from the shelving. That was because these shelves I'll show you over here, they're actually designed as two separate ones, but you could put them together, so just have one single post in the middle. Makes it a lot neater and tidier, so quite happy with that. And then on the outside, all the deck's finished in that. Still haven't quite got rid of all the dirt. That's all that's left, so it's not too bad now. Got all the waterproofing and that done down that side though, so quite happy with that. And we've got this little bike rack out here that's screwed down and put some plants in. Did that yesterday, so we've got those plants there, and there's the hedge that's going to grow up all across the fence. So that's the final instalment done of this little series. I plan on, as I said, we've got the little bike rack down there. Did some filming when I put that together. I'm going to do a separate video on that. Probably as we kind of go along, do a few more videos on certain little projects. I've got plans to sort out locks on the doors a bit better. Currently at the moment I've just got a sledgehammer that holds the door open and a jerry can that's holding it kind of closed. I want to do something a little bit more professional on that. Just had a bit of a problem there with the GoPro falling off its tripod. So we've got to finish off, do a bit better locking system on the doors. Hopefully going to get some electricity run up here so I can put in some lighting and be able to, you know, charge tools and run tools and things like that. And that's about it for now. We'll probably get some more shelving and that as we go along. Wouldn't mind doing some shelving up across the top here. Be able to, you know, put things like shoes and helmets and things like that up there, spare bike parts and everything. They'd be quite handy, but that's all things to do in the future. So I'll see you next time.